Hello, my wonderful people. Make on hear this breaking news coming from the Department of State Service, United States of America. They according to them, they said there's one document. Maybe I can call it a secret document because on that document, they cancel it because the United States of America from 1967 to 1970 or to 1969, they regarded Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu as a playboy, and also regarded the Igbos as gifted, and they are wandering Jews. That is the news. Declassified US documents described Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, the Biafran warlord, as playboy, and also describe Igbos as they are gifted and wandering Jews. What does this signify? It's not that these people really know who the Biafrans are. It's true that these people really know what the Igbos and Biafrans are capable of doing, if ever the chance of owning or giving them the freedom to have their own nation called the Biafran nation. So when I keep on telling my people that the issue we are facing today might not be literally from the Nigerian government, that the international community have a very huge hand and very huge role to play in this our quest to get the Biafran nation standing. But look at it. Imagine the 1967 to 1970 to 1969, what US is thinking about Ojukwu is calling him a playboy, a toy, whereby we have millions of people we are losing in starvation, in hunger, women, men, children, mothers and fathers, all gone down the drain because of hunger, because of food starvation that Nigerian government used to kill almost 3.5 million of the Biafrans during the genocidal war against the Southeasterners. Upon that, the US today, in fact, US and UK, they hold the Biafrans in an open apology for what role they really played during that Biafran war, which I know that US masterminded the war. They are the one that tell Yakubu Jack Gowen never to honor the Aburi Accord agreement they signed with Ojukwu to have what they called a referendum. And that is what the Biafrans are still seeking today. It never stopped them from killing Biafrans, and their killings never stopped Biafrans from agitating to have a referendum to decide on where to belong. Because you cannot tell me by fire, by force, you amalgamated the northern and the southern, where we say the southern are the ones with brain, while the northerns are cows. How can cow and human being live at the same country? It is not done because their reasoning is always like cow. Look at what that old fool called Senator Bukachua, look at what that man is vomiting from his mouth. The same man that came out on the national TV, a National Assembly convention, and said that all the whole roles that the wife played during her own time as the chief judge of the magistrate of Apex Court, which is the Supreme Court, that he is the one that did all. That almost 95% of his colleagues in that their court called Government House, thieving and looting public funds, overturning election results in a judiciary. He said it, that he played a very vital role of overshadowing his wife, telling his wife on what to do, and how his wife helped his mates to get victory, even when they don't have any victory. That is the same man that come out now to begin to tell us that they will not. That is the Muslims, the Fulanis, the Hausas, they are the owner of Nigeria, that they will not give Biafrans what they are asking for. That means they are ready for another Exactly the point. That's what I'm saying. That means they are ready to invade the Biafran land again. And the international community sees all these things and they keep calm. USA saying that they are the holder of democracy, whatever it is, in that democracy my food. Who democracy help? Democracy is what brings killings in our land. Democracy is what brought us where we are today. Democracy brought only nothing but hunger in Nigeria and other parts of the country, any other countries that claim to be playing democracy. Democracy is what made Niger to become the poorest nation, even when they're supposed to be the richest among other nations. they have the highest uranium that have been demanded by the Westerners. It's democracy. Now they have decided to take the bull by the horn. Everybody turn against them. But when they are all from one administration to the other, impoverishing the nation, the country, nobody says anything. Nobody sees at anything because he have already belonged to that cult of whatever they said from the upper level is what he will do at the lower level. Anything they tell you to do, if they tell you to impoverish your people, you must go ahead and impoverish your people. Now the people have risen and said enough is enough. Then everybody turned against them and said they do coup. What's the difference between coup at the ballot and coup by gun? They are all the same coup. And somebody who entered the government through the coup at the ballot is now the one telling the people who do their own coup by gun that their government is illegitimate. Imagine. And that is why they keep on castigating him every now and then. Every corner of the jail, they keep shouting, this one is not the owner of winner of election. He entered that place through coup and he want to come and fight another coup. Where that one is being done. Democracy. Anyway, my wonderful people, I beg if you get this message, like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos coming your way. At the comment section, please let this be made clear to the world that US is the problem we are having in that Biafra land. Let them come out openly and declare the state of Biafra. They have the power to do it. But because of their selfish interest in the raw materials coming from the Biafra land, that is why all of them have kept silent. Even the so-called United Nations Chartered, which Nigeria is a signatory to, they allow an agitator, a freedom fighter, to be abducted, renditioned, and kept in a solitary confinement for over 2 years, getting to 3 years now. And international community, everybody was mute because it have everything to do with the blacks. The blood of the blacks, as they have said it earlier, does not matter to them. That is why the killings is going on. Look at what is happening between Hamas and Israel. That is just a tip of the iceberg of what is happening, of the kind of killings that is going on in the so-called country. That contraction or mistake of a country called Nigeria. But everybody kept silent. The classified US document described Ojukwu as playboy, Igbos as gifted, wandering Jews, according to the United States of America State of State of House. What do they call it? The classified US documents of July 1969 describe the Igbos as the wandering Jews of West Africa, gifted, aggressive, westernized, at best envied and resented, but mostly despised by the mass of their neighbors in the Federation. The document which describes leader of a Biafra, Ikemba Odimegwu Ojukwu, as a erstwhile playboy, said the Igbos have fought well by the African standards against heavy odds. Their cynical public relations use of the starvation has been brilliant. You see, they are praising them. The use of the starvation against the Biafrans is brilliant. This one, US, and then they praise the so-called Zoological Republic of Nigeria and their allies, UK, including other Westerners. The document further revealed that then Senator John Kennedy had proposed a Biafra state akin to the state of Israel that was created in 1948, following the persecution of the Jewish people around the world. The Echimpe documents were written by late Secretary of State Henry Kissinger to late President Richard Nixon. This one is, you can regard it as a memorandum, the White House. I need to take a few things from this document before we can be able to round up this broadcast. And that is why I want us to do what to please become with me. This one, in that document, this memorandum, it is secret, but they canceled the secret before they posted it. It is Tuesday, January 28th of 1969 that this document is made. The letter it was sent to the President of the United States. Memorandum for the President from Henry K. Kissinger, that is the Secretary of the State. Subject, U.S. options in Biafra relief. I hope you are following. You asked for a study of the Biafra relief problem by January 28. A member of my staff prepared the attached survey. I have taken the liberty and underlining the most significant parts. Underlying is a sketch of the background of the problem with a useful map. I thought it important to trace in some detail the interplay between politics and food. Each of the following tabs, however, is designed to stand alone for a quick overview. At a tab A is a list of 6 basic realities of the U.S. involvement in the relief effort. At tab B are the main options for expanding relief into Biafra. The data here are drawn from the recent aid and defense studies, but the details of the cost and availability might be subject to change in a formal up-to-the-minute review by all agencies concerned. The recommendation that you authorize me to sign the NSSM at tab C, this will get the bureaucracy moving toward consideration of alternative Biafra relief program at an early NSC meeting. This is authorized NSSM, signed NSSM 2, and so on and so forth. And this is a declassified documents of EO 1352-6 section 3.5. You get it? This is part of the documents, and it is secret. The secret, they have cancelled it. And another secret, there are no exact numbers on the scale of the human tragedy gathering in Biafra. Make gonna see how they lie though. But all our sources do agree that more than 1 million people, whereby we lost over 3 to 4 or 5 million people, are likely to be in danger of starvation over the next 2 to 3 months. The disaster certainly overshadowed direct U.S. interference in Nigeria. There will be no question about evacuating the 5,500 U.S. citizens or sacrificing the 300 million private investment on the federal side if this stood in the way of relief. The heart of our dilemma, however, in that our instinctive moral concern and all involvement with this tragedy cannot be separated from the political tango, either in the eyes of the two sides or in the real impact of relief on the course of the war and its broader consequences for Nigeria and Africa. Policy must be measured in terms of 1. Its effect on our ability to help get in relief, and 2. Long-range damage as well as the immediate disaster. Background of the problem. The Civil War is rooted in the failure of the first generation of British tortured politicians to make something of independence and unity. While London and Washington poured in money and high expectations, corruption grew space, and the decisions were drained of context by the tribal bickering that lay behind the facade of national parties. In one sense, the first coup in 1966 was a classic effort by young officers to set things right, but they were also Eastern Igbos who murdered with ritual fire a Northern Hausa prime minister along with the premises of the northern and western states. And exactly another one again, this is where they lied again, because in these very issues, in fact, these classified documents is very tiny, but I need to read it to the last. I need to read it to the last. Let me get my reading eyeglass, because this is very, very important. A lot of people need to know this this history, because US they claim not to be aware of what happened to the Biafrans, but indirectly they supported the Nigerian government through UK, because UK are their colonies. I mean, no, UK colonizes United States, yes, if I'm not mistaken. So they have a role they played. Instead of defending the Biafrans, they helped the UK, which is their colonies, and also the Zoological Republic of Nigeria to fight against the Biafrans in terms of starvation and deny them of basic things. Anyway, let me proceed. The background of the problem, according to them, northern and the western states. Okay, an Igbo general stepped in and tried honestly to hold the union together for a year, but the coup leaders were unpunished and the spiral was rapid. 6 months later, the general was murdered and 30 to 40,000 Igbos were savagely slaughtered in the north. Because young colonies in a coalition of West and Northern took over in Lagos. The East, 2 and 3 Igbos, half minority tribes, took back a flood of terrified Igbo refugees from the rest of the country and talked secession. Secession there followed a predictable sequence of mutual bad faith, mounting Chauvin and overflanking the moderate. The war began in July of 1967. It has come down to a standoff with the rebels. Christian Biafra hold up in the Igbo heartland, about half the territory. They began the war with the first outnumber the Biafrans 2-1 ineffective, but French arms and higher morale keep the rebels party for the present. You get it? You see what is happening? You see how they declassified all these things, even when they know the truth, but they keep on turning it upside down, upside down, upside down. All these are classified documents. I'm very sorry if there's any mistake in reading, because the document is very tiny. Even with my reading glass, I find it difficult to read through. But I think I have to leave it here. But in case anybody needed the link to this very news, please inbox me or drop it at the comment section that you need this link, and drop a thing where either WhatsApp or email address or whatever that I will read to reach you. I will send this to you so that you can read it yourself. Because even me reading it here with reading eyeglass, still yet it is very tiny. He said these classified documents have been for decades. So imagine how it will be. And this one is being used by typewriting, all this paper they are using in those days. Not a normal typing that you can type or photocopy. So my wonderful people, please, I be like saying I hear me, I go back break you, because this news, if I say I should continue it, maybe by tomorrow, I wouldn't have completed it. But I want you people to know and bear it in mind that United States of America are aware what happened to the Biafrans, and they contributed immensely to it through their allies, UK, France, and other Western allies. Maybe I can call Israel, but Israel played a double role. They supported the Biafrans and also supported the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Anyway, make sure like this message, share it, comment on it, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, for I'll be back with another blockbuster. Have a nice day. May the good Lord bless us all. Amen.